Hi gals, it's Kristen and I'm here for my 30-week update. And let's see, I actually have quite a few things to show y'all this week, and then but let me start with pregnancy symptoms because I am feeling very pregnant this week. So I've been having actually kind of a tough time the past few days, just feeling like I feel really huge and it's getting harder to turn over in bed, which makes me feel really pregnant. And I'm just tired, and things that are normally frustrating are like way more frustrating. So it's just definitely feeling pregnant. Um, I'm also having some issues. I will go for days where it's fine. I was actually having this last week too, and I forgot to mention it. And then days where like I'm having issues with constipation, which is seriously uncomfortable, especially when you're 30 weeks pregnant and there's already like this. I feel like the baby must be ginormous already. Um, and and so there's just like a lot of pressure there, and I had it like early on in the pregnancy, and then it was gone. And I think, it's never fun, but I like it even less now because sometimes when there's that pressure, you start to worry because it's like I'm not supposed to be feeling pressure down there. And I've had some issues with varicosities before, but I think that this pressure is related to not being able to go to the bathroom. So I'm hoping I did some magnesium tea, and that didn't really seem to help actually the day before yesterday. So I should probably do some more. I hesitate to do it every day because it tends to be pretty effective, and then like I'll end up with the opposite problem, which I don't want either. But I gotta get things regular, so I'm hopefully gonna troubleshoot that over the next week, and that'll help. But otherwise, I'm up a lot to go to the bathroom and in the night, and just kind of uncomfortable in bed. During the day, I feel okay. I still don't really have any soreness in my hips or pelvic area once I get up and get going, which is really good. But I definitely, I mentioned a few weeks ago that I was starting to get tired and needing an afternoon nap. And I'm definitely getting even more tired now. So yeah, so I think it's really just summing up as I feel pregnant is the thing. Some other things going on is like I feel like I've lost momentum with the nesting that I was doing, which is causing me some like mental concern. I really want to be able to get back to that, but I've just been taking care of so much other stuff, and I haven't been good. I need the kids' help, and I haven't been as good about directing them, partially because I don't want the stress of having to deal with bad attitudes with the older kids and the stress of having to constantly direct the little ones. And I know that really, like, especially with the bad attitudes, like, I just need to let that go and let it go. One of the things that I think about constantly is like, how does that reflect on me, and what am I doing wrong, and this, that, and the other. And I think ultimately, especially with teenagers, that's not the right thing to do, or to realize that those anxieties are about me and they're not really about them, and that their attitudes are about them and not really about me. Like when I think back to when I was a teenager, I mean, there was stuff going on that was tough with my parents for sure, but a lot of it was just about me, and like, me trying to explore who I was separate from my family. And it's really interesting to be on that on the side of a parent. So anyhow, I just need to probably let him grouch and be like, look, you can grouch later. Don't grouch around me. Tell me yes, ma'am. Be kind to me because I'm pregnant, and go do what I said. And then just let them sort it out. And not worry about it so much, and then things get done, like cleaning the pole barn. But like one of the things is my closet. You can't see it, but it's over there behind Jacob, the baby doll. There, I really need to, I need to get in there and really get that clean. And I had started it and was doing really well, and then just so I got to get back to that. But anyways, I feel like one of the mental things going on is I've got 3 births that I'm supposed to assist with, and then I'm off call. And those moms are all like due within like a week of now. One was due last week, one is due like today, and one is due next week. And so it's like all 3 of them could go into labor at any point. And part of that causes me anxiety, especially since tomorrow I have an interview, and I have to do a phone call for a business project, and I'm teaching a class. And it's like, please, nobody go into labor tonight or tomorrow. Let me get through all of that. But I think the real part of it is that is once I'm done with those births, I'm off call and I can kind of start preparing for my baby's birth. I have to get through FAIR. But, you know, I won't be on call anymore, so I don't have to worry about that, and I'm ready to not worry about being called out, even though I love going to births. So that's something that's going on too and is causing a little bit of stress. Scott's been sick, and so he hasn't been able to help as much with the kids, and I feel really bad because he's been sick. But it's hard to be 30 weeks pregnant and not have any help. So, especially with 7 kids. So I'm looking forward to him getting better, but also, like, one of the things, remember, I've been talking about thankfulness and gratitude and, like, what's the lesson I'm supposed to learn in this? And so thinking, like, okay, he's sick. I can't depend on him right now, even though it's only temporary, and I can't, like, dissolve into a whiny 5-year-old myself. So, you know, how am I going to handle this situation as an adult, which is always a good thought exercise. I spend a lot of time in introspection, so... Anyways, that's just kind of what's going on mentally and emotionally and everything. But I thought I would share with you a few things that are fun. And this is actually a book. I borrowed this from the practice that I'm a student in my midwife. And I've been interested in it, but just hadn't gotten a copy for myself. So it's a pretty cool book. I haven't really read any of the pregnancy information, so I can't comment on that based on my opinion, but it's got these beautiful photographs in it. Let's see if I can find a really nice one. Some of them are, I don't think that any of them are like horrible, but some of them, like the mom doesn't have a top on, so she's just kind of covered. I think they're all tastefully done, but you know, but they have lovely pictures like these all through. There's so many pictures. So, you know, like cute babies and mamas and baby bellies and all kinds of neat stuff. So, yeah, like this one's really sweet. A mama and a baby. So lots of pictures, and it's actually meant to be a journal. So there's for each week of your pregnancy. So there's an entry for each week, and there's a little bit of information on the week. What's going on with your body, what's going on with your baby. I haven't read any of that, but I kind of like the way that it's got your body, your baby, and also it's got your spirit, which I am guessing is kind of emotional, mental. But I did read through some of what I was especially interested in was like the reflections, and then different ideas, like it will have book recommendations or ideas for what might be a cool, like crafty activity or a memory kind of activity or that kind of thing. This one talks about diet this week, so it's ironic that I should open it to this week because I'm always talking about good pregnancy diet. But, and I just like that, and then it's always got like a journaling topic, which I think is cool. So I was thinking that once I get through, remember we've been doing our ladies Bible study with 1,000 gifts, and so I'm still working through the workbook questions for this month because we do it monthly, but I'll be done with those probably tomorrow or the next day. And then I was thinking I might just go through this. I won't do it in order, and I can't write in this book because it's not mine, but just go through and pick out some of those different like thought exercises and journaling prompts, because it's always interesting to see what comes up, and especially when you're looking at something that's related specifically to pregnancy. So if that kind of thing appeals to you too, this might be a good book. So the other things are kind of fun baby things. So this is a baby outfit. I try and buy like something new for each baby. I don't buy much because we have so many baby clothes now. But I saw this one. I was in Walmart, so I saw this one and thought it was really cute, so I got this for the baby. But what I really liked was this part of it. So that's cute. And I thought it was, you know, it's sufficiently gender neutral enough. It's just blue and cute, so it could work for a boy or a girl. You could put a little red bow in her hair or something. So I like that one. It was just really cute. Especially the little, like a little firecracker. That's just so cute. But, so I got that outfit for the baby. I will probably get some stuff at Goodwill, but I probably really won't buy anything else new, so this was a splurge to get something brand new. And then the other thing is I got a box unexpectedly this week that somebody got a few things off my baby registry. Little things, but still things that made me really happy. So that was really cool. So I got a little, a couple little books for the baby that I put on the registry. I love this book. And this one's got the little fuzzy animals and stuff in it. So that's always fun. My kids have always liked these little books when they're like, when they're just starting to get interested in flipping through books. My toddlers have always liked those. And then a little bath toy holder, which is cool because we put the babies in our bathroom for a while, in our tub, so this makes it nice to keep things wrangled. And then little passies for the baby. These are Mam Starts, so I don't use like a pacifier right from birth with the babies, and most of my babies have not liked pacifiers. But with Sadie, I think I told you this before, but I had gone for a little shopping spree to Grand Rapids, which is the closest big city to us. It's actually still a couple hours away. But I had gone down there and just done like the baby registries and stuff at Babies R Us and Bye Bye Baby and Target and everything. And they give you a little goodie bag. So I had gotten a bunch of sample pacifiers, including some of the Mams. And so I wanted to get Sadie to be able to take a pacifier at least to go down for some of her naps during the day. And so I just tried all those different pacifiers until I found one that she would take, and she took the Mam Starts. So I'm hoping that I can do the same thing with this baby. Again, not in the first couple of weeks, but as soon as I'm ready to have, to be able to start putting the baby down for a nap, which is something that I like to do because it makes me feel like I don't have a baby attached to me all the time anymore. But have some new passies for the baby. So that really made me happy too, to have those. And they're so cute and tiny. I think they're tiny. I've never had a child that took pacifiers for very long, even though I did successfully get Sadie to take them for naps. She got to where she would use it and then spit it out almost immediately and then stay asleep. And then eventually she got to where we just didn't need the pacifier at all. And so she just didn't keep it. So I still think that pacifiers are really cute to look at because I've never had a kid who had them and needed them way up high into the ages where you would worry about it. And like I said, most of my kids wouldn't take them. I tried with Cassidy, she wouldn't take one. I got Asher to take them in the car, and then he decided he didn't want to have anything else to do with it. And then Brennan, Galen, Corwin, Honor and Corwin, none of them would really take a pacifier. And with Sadie, I was really vigilant and working on getting her to take it. But anyways, I think that they're a useful tool, especially for that nap time. So that's cute, and that was a lot of fun, to get that. So just that little box, and she put a little note in there for me, which made me feel really good. So that was cool. I didn't expect to get anything off my registry. I was telling Scott, he was like, oh, what's that box? And I said, I don't know. I don't remember ordering anything from Amazon, but I guess I could have, because sometimes I forget. And I was like, whoa, it's got gift tags in it, and it's stuff off my registry. And he was like, you're kidding me. People don't buy anything off a baby registry for an 8th baby. But it's a lot of fun. It makes you feel kind of special. Because, people are so different. So some people are really delighted. I took the kids out to run errands this morning, and we went to the Children's Preservation Library, which is a local private library collection in our area. And the owner of the Children's Preservation Library was here, and she'd been out of state for quite a while, so she hadn't seen me, and she didn't know that we were expecting again. And so she came up to me, and she was so excited and all congratulatory and everything. But a lot of people, especially when you're on baby number 8, they're like not so excited or congratulatory for you. They're like, what are you thinking? And some days I have to wonder, what are you thinking, Kristen? To be honest with you. But it's always really nice to, to still feel special. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I like going to my midwife appointments, is because I still feel special. Or even to the WIC office, because I don't know, we have a good WIC office here. I know that some people have not a good experience there, and I can't say that it was all that wonderful going to the WIC office I used WIC with my first couple, and then took a long break from it, and then decided to, I think when Corwin was a baby, go back. So then I had it with Sadie's pregnancy and this pregnancy, and our WIC office now is way sweeter than the WIC office with my first couple pregnancies. But you know, they're just really sweet, and they're always really nice, and they like to talk to me and everything like that. So it's nice sometimes for people to still treat you kind of like you're special, and like it's special that you're having a baby, even though, oh my gosh, it's number 8. So that's fun, and it's fun to get something off my baby registry. So most of the stuff, like I said, on my registry was just kind of like fun stuff like that, like fluff stuff, because we don't really need anything. I put a few things on there that were bigger, like a little, kind of like a little co-sleeper and a little pop-up playpen. I think I talked about that last week, because I thought that might be useful going to births, to just have a playpen that I could pop up in a few seconds in case the baby was going to sleep. I don't know, maybe the baby will have to be on my back. But anyways, the other thing, I didn't bring it in here, I meant to, but one of the other things that I'm thinking about doing this week, because I just feel kind of so uncomfortable, is trying belly wrapping on my belly. Just, I have a pregnancy support garment, which I've shown y'all before, but I was thinking maybe just doing belly wrapping with my whole belly would be helpful, just to kind of help hold the whole belly in. And I don't have like a long piece of cloth. I do have a stretchy wrap, but I don't want to use that because it's super hot. I just, I mean, if I had to put a baby in it right now, I would, but I don't like the thought of putting it on my belly. So I had actually had Cassidy go through our scrap fabric, and she found, I don't know if it was an old sheet or something, but it's really thin, but it's more like square. It's pretty big, but it's not long, so I think I'm going to cut it in half and just sew it together to make a longer scrap of fabric or piece of fabric, more like the length of a woven wrap. I don't want to buy a woven wrap because I'm not going to use it, but I think it would be cooler than a knit wrap, so, which is what I have. I have like a stretchy knit. So, and the fabric isn't stretchy, so it just doesn't have to be stretched quite as much to give that support. So I'm hoping to have a chance to get that made, not tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow's crazy, but maybe on Friday or Sunday. So in the next few days, and then see if I can have Scott help me do that, like put it around my belly to see if it makes a difference for me, because I was watching some YouTube videos on it, and they seem to make a difference. So that's probably the big thing. I'm hoping I got to get through tomorrow. The interview I'm doing is for the podcast, so do that podcast interview. And then, like I said, a business meeting with somebody who wants to propose something to me related to the website. I'm not really sure what that's all about, so we'll see. And then I'm teaching a class on vaccinations, which is always a hot topic. I've been doing so much research because as I'm actually refreshing the class, I taught it originally last year, but there's just been so much, there's always so much going on in the world of vaccines, so I want to make sure it's up to date. So this is its annual refresh, and I feel like I've had my nose stuffed in the research for that. So getting through all of that will be really nice, and then getting through these 3 moms' births will be really nice, and then getting through the fair, and then I can breathe. I am going to teach a postpartum kind of class after the fair, but I'm going to do it as I'm doing my own preparation, so I'm sure I'll be talking to y'all about all of that too. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and show you my belly. I am wearing a dress, but I put on a little pair of shorts so I can actually lift up my shirt or my dress and show you my belly without being too terribly scandalous. So you can see my belly, which feels to me like it's sticking out a mile. Like I said, I feel terribly pregnant this week. So y'all have seen this dress before, and it's still comfortable. All right. So there's my belly. Like I said, I feel like I'm poking way out. I feel like the baby must be huge, but that's probably the way that every pregnant woman feels. So, and then I've got my little shorts on here. So, and sorry, the sunlight. I'm filming this kind of in the afternoon, so we've got major sunlight. So there's my belly. I mean, I can suck it in, and it doesn't look quite so sticking out, but still, I feel like, it's a really big belly. It's still a cute belly, but it's like, oh my gosh, there's so much baby in there. So, yep, so that's how I'm doing. We haven't done as much walking this past week because Scott's been under the weather and things have just been busy, so hopefully next week we'll get back to good walking. But I'm still trying to be more aware of that and everything. And I'm hoping maybe to do a little bit more exercise overall, but we'll see. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. So anyways, I will let you ladies know how things are going next week, and I hope that y'all have a blessed week this week. Talk to you soon.